Plastic packaging is one of the most common waste products in today's society. Every year, 100 million tons of plastic is produced, and that plastic will never degrade. Plastic is made from petroleum and natural gas. Often, in the process of making plastics, large quantities of chemical pollutants and greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, are created as byproducts. Alternative packaging solutions must be found to reduce the volume of waste produced and reduce the high CO2 emissions from the production process. One company, which is already making strides towards significantly reducing the environmental impact of their packaging, is Swedish packaging manufacturer Billerud.
Well, I think we need to contribute to the world, that's for sure, and I think it's a great business opportunity. So for us, changing the selection of materials to sustainable materials, as well as developing sustainable solutions, is very important for the world as well as for us as a company. Population is increasing, and the global trade is increasing, as well as local trade, and most goods need some form of protection, whether it's durable goods or perishable goods, and that's why it's so important to find sustainable solutions for packaging.
Billerud sources approximately 85% of its wood for packaging and manufacturing from Swedish forests, like this one in Gruvön, Värmland. Sweden's first Forestry Act requiring replanting after felling was introduced in 1903. The amount of trees felled in the country each year is lower than the annual growth. As a result, Sweden has never had more forests than today. Billerud sources all of its timber from its wholly owned subsidiary, Billerud Skog AB. The company aims to increase the quantity of certified wood available in Sweden by helping small private forest owners gain FSC certification.
Billerud is certified both according to FSC and PEFC programs, which is international guidelines for how to manage forest in order to remain the sustainability and biodiversity. In practice, it means that we are only buying wood which comes from FSC-controlled wood sources.
While harvesting raw materials from sustainable sources has clear environmental benefits, it is harder to prove whether paper packaging can be a real alternative to the plastic materials that are most commonly used.
We did a case study where we looked at paper bag as compared to a plastic bag. And the results showed that the paper bag was more preferable from a greenhouse gas emission perspective than the plastic bag. But in other cases, it may be the other way around, or you can use a combination of packaging. So you really need to look at the specific case. A life cycle assessment, you start from the resource extraction through production of the product and use and end of life. So you look at the product through the whole life cycle, from cradle to grave. And you compare the environmental impact or look at improvement possibilities.
This is Billerud's innovative paper mill in Gruvön. Founded in 1931, its first computer system for control and report was installed in 1964. This was the first step in making the factory completely computer controlled as it is today, which is still considered a pioneering move in the processing industry. This is also where Billerud's pioneering FiberForm technology is manufactured. FiberForm is a competitor to plastic packaging material, as it is completely biodegradable and fully recyclable. The product is also more adaptable than traditional papers due to its high stretchability. It can be molded into almost any shape, making it possible to create striking and unique packaging solutions.
Well, the uniqueness with the stretch of the paper means that you can form it basically in any way you want. And if you take an existing process like, for instance, thermoforming, there you can basically replace plastic straight off with FiberForm and run it in the existing lines. At the same time, it gives you huge branding opportunities. If you look at a pack like this, you can emboss or press form different types of pictures that can enhance your brand. It can be patterns, it can be logo types, it can basically be anything you want. So here you see an example of a launched product on the market based on FiberForm. It is a package for sliced sausage, and the backside is made of thermoformed FiberForm. And I can guarantee that this is the only paper on the market that can withstand the pressure used in these machines that will actually form in this way. Other materials will either not form or they will break.
By using FiberForm, The amount of plastic used in a tray can be reduced by around 65%, and thus lower the carbon footprint by up to 75%. A number of leading brands have already started using Fiberform as a packaging solution. One example is Pacor, a pan-European group which specialises in food packaging.
We at Pacor, we want to make sure that we optimize our material usage in both our packaging and in our production, in all our operations really. We are able to reuse and recycle 99.8% of all our production waste. Billerud's Fiberform paperboard is finally a material that is suitable for our core technology of thermoforming. And Billerud has done extensive research and development and are still doing extensive research on this material, so that makes them the perfect partner for us.
I don't think plastics will completely disappear. I think plastic will continue to be around, but I think it's going to decrease in importance because it does have an environmental impact. It is not sustainable. I think we can find better solutions based on sustainable materials.
Billerud has already made great progress in the ongoing battle to reduce plastic consumption in packaging. Thanks to the continuing development of renewable alternatives, the use of plastic in food transport could very soon be a thing of the past.